Alright guys, so this morning, Android 17 was officially announced as the next DOKKANFEST unit. Now, this has spun into a lot of confusion in the community. A lot of people are not really sure what this means and are very confused because everyone thought that Android 21 was going to be the next DOKKANFEST, which wasn't ever explicitly stated. We're going to go over a lot of different things. I'm going to go over a lot of different things. I also have some tweets. I was talking back and forth with this about Talon, and many other people sort of tweeted in with different theories as to what's going on. And we can sort of break all these down, and I can explain to you guys exactly what's going to happen. So, we have right here what it means by the new ultra hard fought event held prior notice means Android 17, Dragon Ball Super Android 17, is going to get a DOKKANFEST event. Now, it doesn't specifically mean he will be a DOKKANFEST exclusive, but it's irrelevant if he is or not. We'll get into that a little bit more. But what this means is that there will be a banner at this time on the 31st at 1 a.m. There will be a banner with Android 17 out. He may or may not be a DOKKANFEST exclusive, and that doesn't really matter, but he will have a DOKKANFEST event. Now, this is good, because we do know for sure, by the way, 100% for sure, that Android 21, we know Android 21 is the Android category leader, because I do also have the translated scam over here, by the way. We'll take a look at this in a second. Android 21 is going to be the Android category leader, but she's coming in August. Android 17 here is dropping in July. And of course, so the 31st at 1 a.m. PDT, that translates to 4 a.m. for me. That's what time that means, which, here's the time in Japan. Right now, well, when I, here, we'll reload it. Right now, it's 8:27 p.m. in Japan. So when the banner drops, it will be 5 p.m. that same day. Notice, even though it's almost 7:30 for me, it's still the 27th. So Android 17 drops on the 31st in Japan. He is a July DOKKANFEST. So that makes sense. They were telling us what was coming in August, Android 21, not what was coming later in July, which is this Android 17, right? So he's coming. Now, many people are pointing out, well, Android 21 could still be coming at the same time. Android 17 might just be what Mass Saiyan is, where he is, he has a DOKKANFEST event, but he himself is not a DOKKANFEST exclusive card, right? Well, no, because here we go. Back when Mass Saiyan came out and Super Saiyan 3 Angel Tech Goku came out, their event, the notices, came out at the exact same time. This is 3/17/2007 at 2 a.m. PDT. And then notice Angel Tech Goku's came out at the exact same time because there was 2 DOKKANFESTs that dropped at the same time. Angel Tech Goku as well as Mass Saiyan. So Android 17 is going to be coming before Android 21. If we look at the calendar down here, so Android 17 is dropping on the 31st. That's a fact. That's happening. Now, when Android 21 might come out, we don't really know. It's just August. Android 21 could come out on the fucking 31st for all we know. I don't think so. I am guessing it's probably likely that Android 21 might come out on the 14th. The 13th or the 14th, I think would be very, very realistic. I think the 7th also could be realistic for when Android 21 might come out. Because again, we're going to look at the scan in one moment here, but all that's stated is that it's going to happen in August. So, Android 17, he may be a Mass Saiyan type unit, but he was still teased with a DOKKANFEST event, just like Mass Saiyan. So, if we head over to this tweet, there was something specifically, it's just a lot of other people, saying, what if he's a non-DOKKANFEST card, and just pointing out, his category as well isn't really, I don't know what his category is going to be. That's the thing, who knows what his leader skill could be Universe 7. I will say that I do think, if we look at Android 17 right here, it's pretty weak, right? For a DOKKANFEST boss fight, What are they going to do? Is it going to be the Android 17, then the tech one, and then you fight whatever the new one is? He might be physical, just because there's no SSR or TUR physical Android 17. But, like, so we'd go the int one, the tech one, and then, you know, the SSR, and then the TUR of the new one. That would be kind of a, I don't know, like, just feels like a weak fight, right? So, I'm kind of anticipating we might really see, this could be like the climax of the Tournament of Power. We could see, like, you know, the Goku and Frieza card we wanted against Jiren. That could be like an LR that could come out like around the same time. Like, I'm suspecting Android 17's event is going to be like focused around episode 131 of Dragon Ball Super, right? The final episode. That's what I'm kind of thinking here. So I do think, along with Android 17, we will see other Tournament of Power cards. We could see a blue Goku, because there is no blue Goku on the category. We could see Kaioken times 20, because there's no Kaioken times 20 on the category. Although that does feel like something that should be a Dokkan Fest exclusive as well. We could see a Tien, a Krillin, a Piccolo, all those guys who don't have, like, a card on the Universal Survival Art category, right? Like, here's the tech Android 17 who's... He's not fodder. Like, I was tempted to say fodder just now. This Android 17 is not fodder, but he's damn close. So if we head over here, here's what the category has, right? Many members of Universe 7 are not here. We still don't have the ripped shirt version of Jiren. I think there could be a better Ultra Instinct Goku in the game. There could be a better Blue Evolution Vegeta. There's still many, many units from the Universal Survival Art category who are missing, who could be added into here. So I think this is more going to be like a Dragon Ball Super sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of event period. Like, you know, for the next 2 weeks, I think it'll be like there could be like a new Dragon Ball Super story event related to, like, you know, the end of the Turn of Power. Even though they did already finish it, but you guys kind of get what I'm saying. And then at a certain point, they're going to start doing the Dragon Ball fighter stuff. So let's get into it. Obviously, shout out to Shonen Games for the translated scan. So let's take a look at this. So here, it explicitly states she's a Dokkan Fest character. This is why she is not coming on the 31st, is because she would have been announced in the news with an ultra hard-fought event notice. Yeah, I already proved that, because when Mass Saiyan and Angel Tech Goku came out, they both had a hard-fought notice in the news at the same time. Only 2 units ever that have been related to Dokkan Fest have dropped without an announcement, and those were special circumstances. Ultra Instinct Goku, it was because he did not awaken. They don't announce a Dokkan Fest banner in the news. What they announce is the event in the news. So, Ultra Instinct Goku, because he did not awaken, his event didn't come out until 6 months after his SSR came out. You know, the first time he showed up, he did not have a prior warning in the news because of that. Same thing with Jiren. Jiren did not have a hard-fought event notice in the news because he did not awaken. But the difference here is we see they give us Android 21's TUR right here. So she is going to awaken. So the fact that Jiren and UI Goku came without the event notice is irrelevant to, like, the point I'm making here. So she is a Dokkan Fest. Grab Awakening medals in an event or the event, so that means she's going to have her own Dokkan Fest boss. This is her SSR card. She goes to her TUR card, and she's a transformation character into the cell-absorbed Android 21 right here. Also, notice her name, by the way. 21 transformed, 21 transformed, 21 transformed evil. So, we very well may get the lab cloak Android 21, but... Actually, can I zoom in more? I was just about to say, no, it looks like she does have the red eyes there, because there's 3 versions of transformed Android 21. There's the evil one, which is this one right here with the red eyes. There's a normal one where she has, like, normal kind of, like, earthling eyes, right? She has blue eyes. Like, her eyes are white and blue, like, to signify that she's not evil. That's the infamous meme one where she goes, yeah, I'm not even 10 years old yet. And everyone, like, kind of ran with that, but she was referring to not being an android. Like, she's an android for 10 years. That's what she meant. There's those 2, and then, of course, the one after she eats Cell and becomes this. So, we very well could get like several different versions of Android 21. You know, we could get the lab coat one where she's got her brown hair, you know, like the normal human looking for him. And we could have the good and the evil transformations as well. Now, this is also big. Starting in August, by the way. So in August, Android 21 is coming. And there will be a Dragon Ball FighterZ story event, as it says. Keep an eye out for more on this event. It takes the Super Warrior Saga from FighterZ into Dokkan. So, along with Android 21's DOKKANFEST event, her banner, there is also going to be a Dragon Ball FighterZ story event, which is going to cover the events from the game. I will say that the FighterZ story mode was pretty bad, but the reason it was bad is because it was so grindy. You were forced to do so many, like, pointless fights. You know, just, I mean, well, it's not like Android 21's story wasn't really that interesting either. Basically, it was only fun when she was on screen. And then if we come over here, collaboration with Dragon Ball FighterZ begins, the category Android coming your way. So it doesn't explicitly state that she is the Android category leader, but it puts that the Android category is coming right next to Android 21. Like, it's clear what they're implying, right? I do not think Android 17 will be the Android category leader. I think that will be Android 21, but this is a good thing. They are buffing the Android category before 21 comes out. I think it's smart. I've seen some people are upset that 17 is getting a DOKKANFEST event. I kind of agree that the winner of the Turn of Power, he might be more suited to an LR than a DOKKANFEST event, but we'll see what they do. I hope they make 17 broken so that people will pull for him, right? Because the mistake they make is that when there's a not as popular character, they make a DOKKANFEST, you need to make that not as popular character stupid OP so people will pull anyway. Like, they release Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, who everyone's gonna pull anyway, but then they also make him like the best fucking card in the game, pretty much. So of course people are even more gonna pull. And then that leads to a situation where for months, all we saw on the JP Friends list was Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So hopefully, they do make this Android 17 very good. Again, I'm very pleased with this because the Android category is better. They've gotten a lot of buffs recently. We have Tech Cell's Easy A. The GT Cell is a very good support type unit. The Final Form Cell, the World Tournament Reward, is a very good support type unit. So they've quietly been buffing the Android category all along, and they're giving us Android 17. Again, we don't know what 17's leader skill is going to be. I mean, he might not be a category leader. Who knows? But he is definitely a DOKKANFEST event that is coming before Android 21. I'm pretty sure we're done here. That pretty much covers everything, because the rest of this is just specifically talking about, like, Android 21, right? Female fighter debuted in Dragon Ball FighterZ. From her clothes to her pink skin and sweet transforming abilities, can't help but think of Majin Buu. Yup. Once to meet certain requirements, 21 will transform into this. She absorbs Cell. So she comes with healing abilities and massive damage. I mean, that does sound very intriguing. I will definitely say I'm more excited for 21 than Android 17, but I will definitely be pulling on both. I can't wait for both of them to come out. I think... I wonder, if you want to build an Android category, I wonder what they're going to make 17 do. Like, how required will he be for the Android category? That's an interesting question, because if you're going to want to focus the team around Tech Cell, you might need some orb changers. But, you know, we'll see what Android 21 does, what a lot of these characters do. But alright guys, this will wrap it up. So, to summarize everything, to give you guys a too long did not read if you're skipping to the end. Android 17 announced as a DOKKANFEST in the game. He is coming on the 31st for both the US and Japan. Like, worldwide, he comes out on the 31st, which is July. Android 21 is also coming, but she has not been announced yet. She is not about to imminently arrive. She is coming in August, as it states here on the scan, that this is, you know, an event starting in August. So Android 17 will come out on the 31st. Then I expect very possibly we could see Android 21. So 17, 31st, right here. And then Android 21 maybe on the 7th or the 14th. You know, there was a while where JP Dokkan was having DOKKANFEST every 2 weeks. Maybe they're going to try and get back more into that groove and have updates a little bit more frequently than they've been doing. Because lately they've been having DOKKANFEST are once a month. Like, basically once every 5 weeks, pretty much, is when DOKKANFEST have been happening. Maybe they're going to try and speed up the releases a little bit. I certainly do not have any problem with that. I think it's a good thing. I think it's awesome. We have 2 new Dokkan Fest coming for 2 characters that needed it. 17 did not have an overpowering strong card in the game yet. He needed it. Like, I did a video on the Android category coming to Dokkan like a few days ago, and I pointed out, like, there's no fucking good Android 17 for the team. Like, it's stupid considering he's literally like Super Saiyan Blue level in the anime. So, like, we kind of, would want a new 17. Bam, they give us one, so we'll be ready for the Android category in August. So, thanks, guys, for watching, and I will see you guys as all of this new info comes in. I'm very excited for the day to download because we could be getting a lot more Tournament of Power stuff, which is always very fun to see.